So hi guys and welcome to this video. Today I will have an interview with this guy here. He
Hello.
is Steffen Knobloch and he is a vegan person and also my teacher. And yeah, I wanted to know more about his veganism, also in context of the climate change. And if you are ready, we can start.
Let's go.
So my first question is, why are you vegan?
Long story short, because of the animals.
Okay, yeah, that's logic. Could you tell us the long story? I would be interested in that.
Of course. I turned vegetarian like 14 years ago, when I was diving for the first time in the ocean. So I'm a passionate diver, and we went to Indonesia. We were diving like 15, 20 times, and one evening we went to a restaurant, and my friend ordered a barracuda steak. So like a special, very beautiful fish, and on these 15 to 20 dives, we only saw one barracuda. So we ordered this barracuda, and the waiter said, "No, sorry, you have to pre-order because they are so rare. We have to go out, we have to fish, and then you can eat it like tomorrow or the day after tomorrow." And that actually makes me think about what we are eating and why we are eating that. So we were so lucky to see this one barracuda in one of 20 dives.
In reality.
Yes,
in reality.
And then
alive,
and then you eat it, and it's gone. So that makes me think what I'm eating, like what's my diet, and I cut fish from my diet, and then after a few years I cut meat, like beef and pork, and and 3 years ago I turned vegan. Yeah, so after 10 years of being a vegetarian, I turned vegan. So yeah.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. Yeah. Thanks for the long story. My next question is, where do you get your information about veganism?
Yeah. Like in general, of course, from the internet, like Insta, you have plenty of nice Instagram pages about that topic. For example,
maybe I can link some in the description below.
Yeah, why not? You can go for Utopia. You can go for Foodwatch. It's not only about vegan food or vegetarian food. It's food in general, or what's our diet, or how we deal with topic food. So that's kind of
so about health
as well,
and
but the environment as well, like how we cannot continue eat and live like this.
Yeah, that's pretty important, of course.
And that's why check out Utopia, Foodwatch, global, like international. You have vegan guide, or the Jakarta vegan guide, because I'm moving to Indo, so I already have a Insta page there to follow. And then you can also get a lot of recipes, and then you see that it's not that difficult to cook vegan meals or vegetarian meals.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. Also for new people maybe who want to become vegan.
Yeah, sure.
Because recipes are a good way to start, I think. So is being vegan really that expensive as it is often told? Because I hear that very often.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Actually, it's not. I guess it depends on your normal diet. If your normal diet is expensive or fancy, if you eat a steak for 20 euros, your normal diet
of course
is expensive. But if you go for the normal vegetarian dishes, or dishes with vegetables, dishes without meat, they're not that expensive. It can be expensive if you have like these artificial meat products, like steaks made out of soy,
the chemical things,
or almond or whatever. They're not always like chemical, but like but they're expensive, because like the demand on these products is not as high as for a normal steak.
Yes.
But if I remember like 12 years ago, 10 years ago, when there wasn't that big of a hype about being vegan, it was really expensive. Nowadays, you can go to a discounter and you can have your vegan fish sticks, your vegan
meat
or whatever.
Yes.
And it's not that expensive. It's cheap. Thank God, it's cheap.
Yeah, it evolves.
So yeah, absolutely. You more people demand, the lower the price are getting. Yeah.
Yes, true. I see. And you said back in the days it was more difficult and more expensive to buy food. Yeah. And how is it for you to get vegan food when you are with your friends or in a restaurant?
Nowadays, like I said, because of the hype, it's pretty easy. But I remember like 10 years ago, as a vegetarian, the only vegetarian dish you have in a restaurant was Kässpätzle, so noodles with cheese, the Swabian and traditional food, and a salad. That's it. But over the last 5 years, it changed. You have a lot of options now, and it's really, really easy. With my friends, they all know that I'm a vegan, so they're like cool with it now after the years.
That's nice.
And we can have like the salads or whatever, or I bring my stuff. If I know I go somewhere for a barbecue or whatever, I bring my vegan stuff, so I do not bother any of them. So
you're fine with that?
Yeah, I'm absolutely
nowadays.
Fine nowadays. But it also depends in which country you are. For example, like a few years ago, I was part of a teacher exchange. So I went to South Korea. And South Korea is actually a country where it's really hard for vegans because everything is like, every meal is based on a fish stock, like on a fish soup.
I see, okay.
So I only had like 2 or 3 dishes. They were amazing. They were really yummy, but compared to here, it was really hard to get vegan food. Yeah.
Okay. So you also kind of answered this question, but what do other people say about your veganism?
Like in the beginning, they made jokes. Of course,
yes.
Like 10 years ago, they were joking because I come from a butcher family. Like my granddad was a butcher, and so we had meat every day.
Every day, really?
Every day. My dad insists.
That's so often.
My dad insists to have meat every day, and so it was normal for me to eat meat. So I remember when I told my parents that I'm a vegetarian now, my dad told me, "Are you stupid? Are you crazy? Why?"
Yes.
So he couldn't understand it. So he and my brother made jokes for many years. But now they don't do anymore. And the funny thing, my brother turned vegan as well. So that was funny. Like
how ironic.
Yeah, that was fun. And you have these jokes about. And the interesting thing is, like, I'm not a kind of person who is talking about veganism on my own. So I'm only doing. Yes. So I would never say, I want to do an interview about veganism. So I do you that favor, but I would never tell someone off or at a barbecue party, Manuel, you have to eat less meat, you have to eat less fish. But I would never do that.
So you do that for yourself,
I do it for me.
And you don't. Do you respect the other people?
Yeah, but the thing is, if you go to a barbecue, it will always be on the table. The topic will always come up.
Yes, of course.
So, don't you miss that nice yummy steak or whatever? What do you eat? And this is like, I guess it's exhausting. Let's say it like this. Every time, same question.
I can understand that.
I guess the only thing it's probably more exhausting or annoying, and you can probably relate to that, is if you're at a party and you don't drink alcohol. So
I never drink alcohol.
Yeah, so why don't you drink? Come on, Manuel, have a beer, try it at least, give it a try. So no, I don't want. Leave me alone.
Drink your stuff and let me drink my stuff. Yeah. So
because I think you will never tell off someone, don't drink so much.
No, why should I?
Yeah.
Every person has to decide that on their own. True. And that's pretty important to respect each other. Yeah. I think.
nice. Yeah.
Okay, so you told me you are vegan for 3 or 4 years now?
3 years. Yeah.
3 years, and vegetarian?
Since 2008.
Okay,
Yeah,
so 14 years. And which difference did you notice since then?
It's hard to tell, because if you have this vegetarian lifestyle, it's already like quite healthy, I guess. So I don't know if there's like a big change between vegan and being a vegetarian. But like in general, if you turn vegetarian or if you cut meat or fish from your diet, you will be for sure less tired. You have more power. It's really true.
Really? Okay.
You're less tired. And in my case, I'm less sick. So I have a small flu once every 2 years. So
that's rare.
So I'm feeling way less tired and more powerful. Of course, in the beginning when I was playing tennis, I was powerless because I didn't know, like, I have to eat different. I have to eat more when I do sports on a certain level. So I remember my
so
first.
You had to
eat different
go into
and more. Yeah. So I was really powerless at my first few matches. But if you figure it out, what do you have to eat and when do you have to eat, it's no big deal. So yeah.
Okay.
But to sum up, I would say less tired, and you have less sick. Yeah.
Okay, that's a pretty nice side effect.
It is.
So that's a good thing. Nice. And you also spoke about your diet. You had to figure it out, how to eat or how much you have to eat. Do you have a meal plan? And if so, what does it look like?
I don't know. Do you have a meal plan?
No, I don't.
See, I guess I guess hardly any vegan has that, except you're doing like you're going to the gym and you wanna get more muscles or whatever.
Yeah, but then you have a plan. So also.
Yeah, you have a gym plan and like
a food plan
about your nutrition and everything. But in my case, no, I don't have a meal plan. Yeah.
Okay. So thanks for answering the questions.
You're welcome.
That were all questions I had. And if you want to tell the people out there something else, then feel free to do that.
Okay. Turn vegan, go vegan. No, just kidding. If you're interested in this topic, you can go visit the Insta pages. Manuel is putting in the bio below.
Description below, yes.
Yeah, and you can also watch a documentary on Netflix. It called Seaspiracy. Probably it gives a very good insight about our global diet, about the way we treat the planet, about what's wrong with our diet, and it's about global fishing. It's really interesting, well made as well. And then you can decide on your own if you want to give it a try, not to turn vegan or not to go vegetarian, but probably at least cut a bit meat from your weekly diet plan, only like 1 day or 2 days, and then see what's happening with your health and to your body and to your mind. If you're keen to do that. But yeah, check it out if you're interested in the Instagram pages and the documentary. So
thanks for your words. That was pretty interesting. And it's an important topic. So inform yourself about it and see what you do with it and how you change your life, or not, but at least inform yourself, because it's a topic that affects on everybody on this world. And so it's pretty important, like I said. So is there anything else you want to say?
Thank you, of course, for having me here and bringing up this very important topic.
Is that everything?
Of course. Leave some likes and subscribe.
Bye, guys.